Hey, y'all, it is Ron in the Yall 1067 studio, and we have a super special guest. So cool. Victoria Jackson joins us today. Oh, my gosh, that's so awesome.
Stop.
Welcome to Yall. I don't even know how to intro you because, I mean, it could be actress, it could be comedian, it could be author, it could be politician, it could just be beautiful woman.
No. Grandmother.
Oh, those are all great,
YouTube
right?
addict.
Okay, I think we all fall into that. You're a YouTube addict.
Yeah.
And you're doing something really special coming up in about a week because Manuel's Rhinestones and Roses are coming up, right? That's like a cool event. How did you get involved in this?
I met Teresa, this fireball. I was saying, Lord, could you send me some friends who are like smarter than me? Like, you got to surround yourself with people who are sharp because it sharpens you. So yes. She drops into my life. She's like, I don't know, she has a lot of energy. She knows, she's so smart. Anyway, I don't know how I met her. She does a Linda Ronstadt tribute.
Right. And she's going to be performing at this event as well, right?
So I ended up at her farm. I don't know how. And it's a beautiful farm, like an hour outside of Nashville and near on the way to Kentucky. And she let me sing a song in her barn. I was like so excited. And I met Manuel there for my first time. Now, I would love to go to Manuel and get some costumes. Mm-hmm. I never have yet, but I plan on doing it. What happened was I've been living here 14 years, right. Followed my grandkids here. But I love Nashville because it has my two favorite things, Jesus and show business.
Yes.
So when I went to LA and lived there a long time, got on TV and movies, they had show business, but not much Jesus.
That's true.
Then I went to New York and did Saturday Night Live for 6 years, and they had show business, but not much Jesus.
Yeah, no.
And then when then I went to Miami for my husband's work, because he was a police helicopter pilot,
right.
SWAT guy for 33 years.
Which that's really cool. That's just so special.
Yeah, he's a hero.
Yeah, that's just.
Sorry, I have stage 4 cancer.
Yeah, it's, and we'll touch on that.
All the more reason that the Grand Ole Opry should let me sing a song there.
We'll get a petition going, right? We should get that. Yeah, we should do that.
Sorry, because I've been writing songs for like my whole life. And I sang with Willie Nelson on Saturday Night Live. He sang my song, the boyfriend song. Oh, I've got one boyfriend. I talk about food with one boyfriend. I like to talk crude with. He sang that with me. And it's on YouTube. And I write songs all the time. So when my husband retired in Miami, and we came here to be with our grandkids 14 years ago, I was in my white pickup truck, this one,
all right, yeah,
on my new CD, and I was like, oh, I'm going to the music capital with all my songs. And so I went out to some of the clubs, and then I got cancer, so I kind of had to put it on pause and do chemo, radiation, all that. And then breast cancer, the Vanderbilt Breast Clinic, fantastic place. Right. Great doctors and nurses. I mean, I've had this 11 years. No, 10 going 11. And I've never felt better, and I'm alive, so
I think that's really inspirational because you've not let it slow you down. You're fine. You're having fun. You're doing everything you're doing. I think people need to know that it's okay. Right? It's okay. If you get a bad diagnosis that's going to be challenging, it's all right. It doesn't stop you. You just keep being you.
God knows the last day we're going to live. Yeah. Like, I'm thinking about Charlie Kirk. Yeah. What a hero. Yeah. He's the first Christian martyr in my lifetime on American soil, because we're supposed to be the land of the free, freedom of speech. I know there's a lot of people who have been shot in our country, but that was one of the most powerful things that I've ever seen. Erica Kirk's speech, amazing. She said, I forgive you, to the shooter. And That's what the Bible's all about.
Yeah.
And wow. Anyway, I'm still kind of stopped in my tracks. But I mean, when you think about death, if you're a Christian, you know, the Bible says absent from the body, present with the Lord. And it says for me to live as Christ, to die as gain. So it's a win-win.
Yeah.
So when
Nothing to fear.
No, I just ask God, when I die, could it be not painful, not sad, and not, what was the other thing? Not scary, something like that. Yeah. But like, you know, I'm excited. I can't wait to go to heaven and meet Jesus and see Charlie Kirk and my mom and dad and my brother and stuff.
Yeah, it's something to look forward to, not to fear.
Yeah, I mean, the Bible is words. But like when I got cancer, I got to tested my faith. And I'm like, do I really believe these words? Or is it just words? And yeah, it proved my faith to me. I was like, yeah, no, it's real. Because I'm happy. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, let's go back to our happier time. So let's talk about Saturday Night Live a little bit.
I've never been happier. I'm super happy right now. Saturday Night Live was not all happy.
Oh, I would imagine.
It was stressful.
I would imagine that is stressful, right? Because you were there it was 86 to 92, right?
Yeah, and I had the best cast ever.
Oh, that was a great
Garvey,
cast.
Dennis Miller, John Lovitz, Phil Hartman, Kevin Nealon, Jan Hooks, Nora Dunn. And then I was there when David Spade came and Adam Sandler and Chris Farley. So I got to work with them. And it was so exciting, changed my life. But it was very stressful. We had to write our own material and compete against our cast members for airtime.
Right, I've heard that.
So I like my life better now because I get to be on YouTube all day, and I just ate blueberries in the car. And
it's a little simpler, a little slower pace, a little more enjoyable.
Yeah, and Nashville's the best. Yeah. The people are the best. Yeah. You go in the dentist, there was a Bible on the table in the dentist lobby. I was like, where am I? And, you know, there's Christian music wafting through. I mean, it's a wonderful place and beautiful nature. And
yeah, it is beautiful.
And it's kind of relaxed. Like, I grew up Southern Baptist in Miami, and you weren't allowed to drink, but here Christians are allowed to drink.
You're allowed
to drink.
Tennessee whiskey, that's a thing,
and
right?
You don't get judged or looked down on.
No, it's just a thing. So you grew up as a Florida girl, right? That's where you
Yeah, it's
started?
a weird place. It's like no one spoke English in Miami. They all moved from Cuba to Miami when I was a child. So I know a lot about communism. Oh, that's why I'm passionate about politics, because even though people are afraid of the word politics, every issue is spiritual. It comes down to good and evil, and also comes down to, do you want communism or do you want freedom?
Yeah. And you ran for
I ran for office, and the Tennessean, the biased Tennessean, used a horrible picture of me where I looked like this. And they lied about me. They lied. So, I mean, politics is the worst. I never ran again. It was like, this is a horrible experience.
It's brutal, isn't it?
It's harder than show business.
I started to say it's harder than show business, right?
It really is.
Oh, and who would think that? That's not the way it should be.
No, it shouldn't be.
No.
It should be people calmly discussing issues with love like Charlie Kirk did. Thank you for Charlie Kirk, Lord.
And you've written a couple books, too.
Yeah, I brought them.
Oh, that's awesome. Very cool.
Yeah. So, my time's up already.
No.
I want to sing you the song I'm going to sing at the event.
We're going to keep talking. So you're going to sing for us. What are you going to sing for us?
I'm going to sing the song that Teresa asked me to perform at Manuel's event because he's in my song.
Oh, that's awesome. So for those who don't know about Manuel, let's talk about him for just a second. He's designed clothing and just like set wear for super famous people. He's kind of celebrating 7 decades in I guess you would say the entertainment business. He's been a part of that.
Yes.
He's not on stage performing, but he's creating all these amazing outfits and stuff that people have worn through the years.
Yes.
And so it's sort of a celebration of that, but there's going to be bluegrass and there's going to be comedy and there's going to be all these people on stage, and it's all going on. It's in Portland, Tennessee. It happens on
October 4th.
October 4th, which is next Saturday. That will be next Saturday. So, and people can still get tickets. They can actually go to Eventbrite and get tickets, and they can come and see you. And they're going to get to hear this song, right?
I'm not dead yet.
We're all good.
I'm publishing a book coming out called Not Dead Yet. And it's all my handstand photos from the time I was born till now.
Oh,
and
my
I
gosh.
just picked out my casket. I just picked out my drawer, the crypt, because I don't want to be under dirt. And it was very exciting. And it's in Williamson County, across from what's the chicken place?
Like the Chick-fil-A that's there? Or
Yeah. It's across the street from that and the Target. And
I know that area
on the
well.
top level outside. And I did a handstand in front of that. So I've got a handstand from when I was born until my crypt and all my poems in between. I'm very excited about that. It's coming out soon.
Oh, that's very cool. So what inspired you to write the first book?
The first book, I was inspired because everyone kept saying, "How did you get on Saturday Night Live?" And
You said because I'm talented. That's why. No,
I auditioned.
Yes.
That's the quick version.
Yeah.
But I wrote it to tell them how. My dad was in vaudeville, and he told me, always dress better than the audience. That was his advice. So when you think about Manuel, he's a very important part of show business, because I don't like these groups, who come out in T-shirts and baggy pants, not matching. That's a message. It's a style, but we've had that style. Can we go back to the Rhinestones and so it's something to look at, because show business is all smoke and mirrors. When you get the people home in their underwear in front of the TV, they don't look like a star anymore.
No, I'm sure they don't.
So anyway, but my song that I wrote, Teresa heard it and said it would be perfect for Manuel. So basically, I was doing a movie with Ray Stevens, the Ray Stevens.
Yeah.
He's had some health issues lately, but he's not dead yet.
Not dead yet.
And of course, I wrote this poem for my book. Not dead yet, never will be, because Jesus died and rose for me. So actually, we never die.
Yeah.
According to the Bible.
Yeah.
So long story short, I'm doing this movie with Ray Stevens. It's called Campin' Buddies. It's very camp. And so slapstick kind of.
Yeah.
And so Ray was in the van with me, and Cyrus' buddy Kalb, his sidekick guy who writes songs with him, was in there. And I said, "You guys, I'm writing a country song because I just moved to here." And when I was in my white pickup truck driving here, the rhythm with my three dogs here, I was going, "When I get to Nashville, when I get to Nashville," and that car started running in my head. So I showed him my song, and he goes, "Could I take that home with me tonight and work on it?" I had it on a little scrap of paper, and I go, "Sure."
Yeah.
And he came back, and it was perfect.
Of course.
The next day, the professional Cyrus Kalb, Ray Stevens sidekick, gives me, I'm like, "Oh, yeah, it's better now." He's a professional.
Yeah, there's a few of those guys around here where you hand them something and it comes back and it's just perfection.
Yeah, I'm like, wow.
Yeah, it's so much fun. So that's got to be fun too. Just the people you get to hang out with has got to be fun, right? Because everybody knows who you are and you're in town, and so
I've met some great people here. Yeah. Yeah. I mostly don't hang out with famous people, but I guess I know a few.
So between doing because you did Saturday Night Live, but you've done a ton of television, you've done a ton of movies. What's your favorite? Would you rather do movies, television?
Well, my goal my whole life was to be an airhead on a sitcom. And I never
That's an interesting goal. Very few people probably have that goal. That's awesome.
I was born for it.
Oh, that's perfect.
But I never quite got it. Like, I never saw Saturday Night Live because I didn't have a TV when I grew up. So I kept going, why do they keep doing these skits about fake TV shows and fake commercials? And it took me 30 years to realize what SNL was. It's making fun of television, because television kind of started in the 50s, right? And I didn't have one because my dad said we would be glued to it because he loved show business and he was a gymnastics coach. He'd rather have us making straight A's and in the backyard doing handstands and flips all day in 100-degree heat in Miami. So Saturday Night Live started in 75. And if you think about it, they make fun of the news on Update. Yeah. They make fun of commercials with commercial parodies. They make fun of talk shows, every talk show. And they make fun of game shows. Basically, they just make fun of TV. They're like the rebellious, and in 75, that was like, wow, brave and new, because TV took itself so seriously before that. My dad said, we're not going to watch Love American Style or The Love Boat because they are glorifying fornication and adultery. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So anyway, so I kind of grew up with a biblical worldview instead of a TV worldview. But long story short, what was I talking about?
Well, that's
you said what would I rather be in? Movies are boring because you have to sit on the set for hours.
Very slow and redundant and boring.
Yeah, but they're fun in a different way. Yeah. Stand-up, I've done stand-up 15 years until I joined the Tea Party, and then my agent said, I can't book you because you're conservative and the comedy clubs are owned by liberals. I'm like, okay. I was getting tired of it anyway.
I was going to ask if you're on the road doing anything right now or not.
Well, I was doing stand-up last August in Vegas, in a very small place, but it was still Vegas. And it was super fun, but I kept coughing. And I was like, why do I keep coughing? And the audience was like, they thought I had COVID or something, which I've
That's the world we live in, right?
Yeah.
You go to Walmart, you sneeze, everybody looks at you.
Yeah. So, anyway, so that's why I went to the doctor, because I coughed through my whole set, 45 minutes. And they said my lungs were clear and my breast cancer cells were still in my chest from 10 years ago and had started blocking my windpipe. But they radiated that out, and now I'm not coughing except those 10 times I just coughed. But I'm super grateful and happy, and yeah, I have had such a fun life, and it's still fun. And now I have 5 grandkids, and play with them, and taught them ukulele, and they sing and act and everything.
So you've got to pass that along a little bit.
My daughter is a writer. She just wrote her 5th book. It's called what's it called? Oh, my brain. It's dedicated to me. Okay, I'll think of it in the next couple of minutes.
Well, I'll circle back to that. So when I kind of got disconnected a little bit because you grew up in a very, I don't want to say strict, but a very confined environment almost, because TV was something that you really weren't watching. You really didn't have that sort of exposure. Then how do you go from that to comedy to Saturday Night Live? What steps did you just wake up one morning and say, now I want to be a comedian and now I want to be on TV? I didn't even have one.
Good question. I didn't grow up confined.
Right, that was a bad word.
Yeah. Because we were doing gymnastics.
Yeah,
every
just had
day.
other activities going.
We were doing shows for tourists on the beach, flip-flops to that music. And my dad was playing the piano and learning how to harmonize. And But how did I get on SNL was kind of interesting. When I was a teenager, my dad goes, what do you want to be when you grow up? Because the earlier you decide, the better you can be. Prepare for it. I said, I don't know. He goes, well, if you could be anything you want, what would you want to be? And I said, I would like to be Maria in The Sound of Music and have 7 children in matching outfits and be married to the captain and live in a mansion and play the ukulele on the mountain and harmonize songs. And he's like, that sounds like an actress. He goes, well, I don't recommend it because show business and Christianity don't mix very well. But if that's what you want to be, give it 100%.
Perfect.
That's pretty good wisdom from my dad.
Yeah.
So I did. I started giving it, like I enrolled in a class in North Miami. It was hilarious. The lady didn't know anything about acting. And then I became an English major at Furman because I had a gymnastics scholarship. And then I stumbled into a play, and I thought, wait, it's way more fun to be in the play than to read about the play. So then I got the bug, and then I was in Auburn University. I was an theater major, and all the kids were wild except for me. So I was like, I did play a lesbian in a play called The Killing of Sister George. And I had to say, she made me drink her bath water. And
that's an interesting line.
Yeah, it's the only one that's stuck in my head.
Yeah, it's memorable.
Yeah, and then we had a guest actor come to Auburn, and he's a guest speaker. We had Jerry Paris from Happy Days come to Auburn, and he told me I had a funny voice, and he goes, if you ever come to Hollywood, look me up. And I did. He didn't mean it.
That's funny.
And
But did he help you? Did it end up working out?
No, I crashed.
Oh, that's funny.
I crashed the Paramount lot. I went on this lot uninvited. I told the guard my name was Victoria Jackson, but he didn't hear me right, and he put Victoria Tennant, which was Steve Martin's wife. And I went on the lot, and I looked for Jerry Paris. They said he's in the commissary. And I said, hi, Jerry. And he was like I was going to shoot him or something.
Oh, wow.
And I go, remember when you came to Auburn, you said to look you up if I ever came to Hollywood, and that I had an interesting voice? And he goes, who are you? What are you doing here? He goes, what? He's looking for guards or something. And he goes, my daughter can't even get a job, and she's in acting. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Could I audition for somebody? Because I'm a typist and I took the day off. And he's like, go to casting department. Go to Cappy. I'm like, where's Cappy? So they direct me to Cappy. He's a guy who wears a cap. And he was watching TV because Reagan had gotten shot that day. They were playing it over and over and over. And he was like this. And I go, excuse me, Jerry Paris told me to come here to audition. He goes, what? We're not auditioning for anything today. And I go, well, he told me to come here. And I said, can I just do a poem or something? And so I did a handstand on a chair. Oh. Yeah. I wanted them to remember me. You got to have a gimmick.
That should have caught their attention, right? Absolutely.
Gimmick. That's in my song. Yeah. And so I did a handstand on the chair, and I quoted my poem, The Life of a Gymnast. Mm-hmm. The life of a gymnast is really rough. You can tell a gymnast, for her hands are tough. Only a gymnast knows how it feels to win and meet or bruise your heels, like that. Yeah. And he was like looking through my legs at the TV, like, what's happening to Ray? And so then he goes, yeah, thanks. You want to watch the show they're taping tonight? Go over there. So I went to watch the Happy Days show rehearsal. And all the big shots were there, Fonzie and everybody. And I'm like, I'm not getting discovered. I can't let this day go to waste. And so I went in their break. I went over to the table in their restaurant of Happy Days set, and I did a handstand on the table. And I heard Jerry Paris go, what? Get the camera on that. Get the camera on that. And then they scolded me and they told me I could watch Laverne and Shirley. And then at Laverne and Shirley, the guy who tap dances in the show, he invited me. He started flirting with me. I was like 20. And he invited me to his house for a volleyball game. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
So I drove my jalopy, might have been my moped. I had a moped. Wow. Into the valley to his volleyball game that night. And I come in the door, and I think everyone was smoking pot or something. And I had never done that. And I walk in, and he starts giving me a tour of his little house that looks like my Carol City house, you know, ranch style, no big Hollywood thing. And he takes me in the bedroom. I go, oh, you have a drum set next to your bed. That's interesting. And he goes, you want to do it now or later? I go, what? So then I'm like,
wild Hollywood story.
Yeah. And then I'm like, well, I thought we were supposed to play volleyball. And so then we left the bedroom. He was like, and then I drove home. Wow. To my little hovel.
But did that get people's attention? Did they remember you from the handstands?
Well, what happened was, at the same time, I was doing a stand-up act, doing a handstand all over town, trying to get on Johnny Carson, because I thought that's how you can get to be an airhead on a sitcom. I have to get an agent. I have to someone to see that I'm alive. I had 3 day jobs and everything. So, what was your question you just had?
Well, it's just, did they get their attention? And
okay. So after I did the Happy Days handstand, my agent at William Morris said, don't ever you did a handstand at Happy Days? Don't ever do that again. How can I sell you as a serious actress? And I was like, oh, yeah. So, meanwhile, I'm doing it all over town, playing the uke, doing a handstand, whatever. I don't know how to write jokes. And I got discovered for The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. Yeah. And then he had me on, and then he had me on 3 times a year. And then I think Lorne Michaels saw me on Johnny Carson.
So then you're on Saturday Night Live.
So then Lorne gave me an audition. He sent me a ticket to New York to audition for him. And then he asked me to meet with him in his office after. I never talk this much at home when I'm watching YouTube. Mm. And Lorne said, your audition was very funny, but I think, I don't know if you're strong in characters. And I go, characters? What do you mean? I can talk like this. I could be a character like this, you know. And he's like, well, and he's like ushering me to his door. Like, it was a short meeting. Yeah. I heard you just had a baby. You're married to a fire eater. I was the breadwinner because there's not much call for fire eating.
Fire eating, yes.
And, and he's kind of ushering me out. And I go, he goes, what if I wanted you to be Diane Keaton? And I go, well, I would wear men's clothes and look at the ground a lot. And he goes, what if I wanted you to be a housewife? I go, well, I am a housewife. And he goes, okay, thank you. So I'm flying back home to my house in Laurel Canyon with my baby and my fire eater. And I'm like, man, I was so close. I don't think I got it. So then I realized I'm going to be on The Tonight Show in 2 weeks. Why don't I extend my audition for Lorne on Johnny Carson?
Oh, very smart.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I had ambition.
And very brave.
So I went on Johnny Carson in the cutest pink dress you ever saw. And I said, Johnny, I'm auditioning for this show where you have to do impressions and characters. Can I do some of them for you and see if you can guess who I'm doing? And maybe, he goes, sure. And I said, oh, Johnny, I don't know. I don't have anything to say. Go to a commercial. I don't have anything. And he goes, Terry Garr. And I go, yeah. And then I go, oh, Watchy. Boy, the way Glenn Miller played songs that made the hit parade. Oh, Watchy, I'm so randy. And he goes, Edith Bunker. And I go, yeah. And then I go, what's love got to do with it? And he goes, Tina Turner. And I go, yeah. And then I go,
John, why do you want to work for my company?
And he goes, I don't know, Betty Davis? And I go, no. And he goes, I don't know, who is it? And I go, I made her up. You're supposed to make up characters. And the audience laughed so hard. And then I knew I was going to get it. And then my manager said, Saturday Night Live wants you. And then they called me on my Kermit the Frog phone. You remember the Kermit the Frog phone?
Awesome. Yeah.
And I'm like, hello? And they go, hello, this is Dynamina from Saturday Night Live. Dynamina. And she goes, congratulations, you've just been put into the cast of Saturday Night Live. And I go, thank you. And she goes, have your, you have a plane ticket waiting for you at LAX tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. Wow. Thank you. So I hung up and I went, ah! And then the baby wakes up and starts crying, and the fire eater vomits out of stress.
We've been eating too much fire, so I understand.
Good one.
See, I get it. Yeah.
Good one.
So, moving to Tennessee,
Yeah.
you did it for family, and you've really enjoyed being here, though, right?
I love it here.
It's just so cool.
I think songwriters are in touch with feelings.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wished I could write. I wished I could write songs. That would be. I wished I could play guitar, and I wished I could write songs. Two things I think I missed out on. But
we got a new place in Columbia that opened up called the Bourbon Gospel, and it's like the Bluebird. And I was so excited because you can't get into the Bluebird.
right? No, you can't.
It's ridiculous. I did get to sing there once because my friend got me in.
That's awesome. That would be memorable. But you want to do the Opry, right? The goal.
Only thing left on my bucket list. Wait, I have to video this because someday it's going to happen, and we have to show that it was hard. Yeah. Okay, the only thing left on my bucket list before I die, and I do have stage 4 breast cancer, just saying, is I want to sing at the Grand Ole Opry.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
One of my songs, and I got the perfect song called When I Get to Nashville.
I think it's perfect. I hope they're listening or watching. We're going to have to start a petition. We're going to have to do something. We're going to have to get you on the Opry where you deserve to be heard. I think that would be awesome.
Thanks. And then if they liked it, I have a lot more songs.
Then you could come back and do multiple appearances. That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, and I think it's about time for a new Mini Pearl.
You know what? You could do a nice Mini Pearl routine. That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So do you miss doing stand-up as much as you did in the past?
Well, I am going to do a little stand-up at this event for Manuel. And so I still do it here and there. I did 2 movies last year. Right. I did these little low-budget movies, and they're super fun because I get good characters now that I'm old. And
you're young at heart, aren't you? I mean, you.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
I'm still doing everything, just more laid back. Yeah.
Well, I think with wisdom and age come together, and sometimes you just get better roles.
Yeah, I think there's young gets a lot of roles and old gets a lot of roles. There's a middle time for women where it's like, what do we do with her? And there is
That's sad. That's sad.
But it's changed now because of streaming. There's a lot of women roles on streaming. Yeah. So women can't complain anymore.
Those guys will complain. We always complain.
Everyone has a hard time getting roles. Yeah. It's competitive.
It is competitive. Yes, it's very competitive. But I do agree with all the streaming services and everything out there, there are more opportunities. There's some great series on Netflix or Hulu or, that just didn't exist 20 years ago.
I know.
That's just pretty awesome. So let's circle back a little bit before we wrap up because the big Rhinestones and Roses Jubilee, lots of great entertainment. You're going to do stand-up. You're going to sing. It's a huge celebration. It's going on in Portland, Tennessee. It's going to be next Saturday, which is the 4th, right?
October 4th.
October 4th. And it's 3 to 7.
Yeah.
And they can still get tickets, Eventbrite. So if you want to just come and have a really good time, I mean, there's going to be Kentucky bluegrass. There's going to be just tons of
And
entertainment.
Teresa sounds just like Linda Ronstadt and sings all of her hits, and it takes you back to your youth. I have a theory about music. It seems like everyone likes the music from when their hormones kicked in.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was listening to Bread and the song Opry. We named our daughter that, and the Carpenters.
Yeah.
So my whole if you play that, I'm 16 again.
Right.
So that must be how people are about music. I don't know.
No, it makes sense. I mean, those are the glory days, right? You think back to just when you were bulletproof and young and could do anything and could dream anything and hope.
Your
for
body
everything.
was working good.
The
You
knees
didn't
felt
think
good. The
about-
back felt good.
Yeah.
Everything was good. No, it's really cool. Well, I'm glad you're doing this event, and I'm so glad you've come in and talked to us. This is so
Thank you
much
for
fun.
having me.
Yeah, this is so fun and so cool. And if everybody wants to come out and enjoy the event, I know that's going to be a great time as well.
Okay, I'll sing my song.
You got to sing your song.
This is written by me and Buddy Cyrus Buddy Kalb. When I get to Nashville, I'm gonna make the rounds. I'll do a show on Music Row or Tootsie's Orchid Lounge. I'll get booked at the Bluebird. It's hard, but I know I will. I'm gonna be a country star when I get to Nashville. When I get to Nashville, I'm gonna make a splash. I'll dress up all in sequins or in black like Johnny Cash. Or let Manuel make me something swell. Give 'em all a thrill. I'm gonna be a country star when I get to Nashville. Right now I'm waiting tables at a truck stop in Omaha. But when I get to Guitar Town, I'll show 'em something that they never saw. When I get to Nashville, I'm gonna knock 'em dead. I'll be the only country singing star who can sing standing on her head. I'll play my ukulele at the Opry and make their hearts stand still. I'm gonna be a country star when I get... Right now I'm writing fan letters to Ray Stevens and Earl Budley. But when I make it in Music Town, they'll be writing to me. When I get to Nashville, I'm gonna knock 'em dead. I'll be the only country singing star who can sing standing on her head. I'll play my ukulele at the Opry and make their hearts stand still. I'm gonna be a country star. I'm gonna be a country star. I'm gonna be a country star when I get to Nashville. You know, everybody has a gimmick. Dolly Parton has 2 gimmicks. I'll have 3 because I can do a handstand. If Dolly Parton, well, I'll have 1 because they got my boobs cut off 10 years ago. Is that too much information? Let's see, that was TMI. If Dolly Parton did a handstand, she'd suffocate herself. When I get to Nashville.
Victoria Jackson!
Thank you.